Assumption. I don't have to go into what people say about assumption. Most people know. But one of the biggest reasons salespeople lose deals is not because rejection, like we've talked about, it's assumption. They assume the customer's not interested. They assume the price is too high. They assume the timing isn't right. And because of their assumption, they never ask for the sale. Assumption kills opportunity. In sales, assumption is dangerous because it replaces facts with imagination. When you assume what someone is thinking, you are now creating a story in your head that actually might not even be real. Psychologically, this happens because our brains try to avoid rejection. So we protect ourselves by assuming the answer will be no before we ever even ask. But here's the reality: if you never ask, the answer is already no. See, here's the psychology of asking. There's actually research that surrounds this deeply. Studies in behavioral psychology show something that is called the commitment effect. When someone is asked a direct question about a decision, their brain begins to process ownership of that decision. In other words, let me put it this way: when you ask someone if they want to move forward, their brain shifts from listening mode to decision mode. But if you never ask, the brain will stay passive. You can present the best product in the entire world, the best service, but if you never invite someone to make a decision, their brain never engages in that process. See, I want to talk about this too. Asking creates clarity. Asking for the sale does something really powerful. It gives you, as the salesperson, information. When you ask, would you like to move forward? You get one of three things: yes, no, or our favorite thing in sales, an objection. And objections are gold. If you're watching this as a salesperson, you know what I'm talking about. They are gold in sales because objections reveal the real barrier standing between the customer and the decision. I want to share this too. Most salespeople talk, but they don't ask. A lot of salespeople are great presenters. They explain the product, they talk the benefits, they build good rapport, but they never actually say the words, "Are you ready to move forward?" You can do the best presentation in the entire world, but if you don't ask, you're like a you're like a fisherman who never throws the net. Now, realize this too: progress requires courage. Sales progress requires courage because asking means you risk the worst word ever, no. But here's the truth: a no will always give you direction. A maybe will give you something to work through, but assumption leaves you with nothing, empty handed. So today, if you want more traction in sales, stop assuming and start asking, because progress doesn't happen when you present. Progress happens when you ask for the decision. Assumption kills deals. Asking closes them. So I pray that this message today blesses you and you take hold of the nuggets as you start asking and stop assuming. Assumption will get you nowhere. Asking will take boldness and it'll get you closed deals. So be sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like this video right now. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I put out new content. And as always, I say this: faith first, everything else will follow.